should see on the screen, right? I got it. A question by Jara. Does Talenox now integrate directly with DBS? Can it automatically upload payment items to DBS?
Not yet. So actually, this was we wanted to do it around Q1, Q2, but when COVID hit, everything changed. So after COVID hit, DBS a lot more projects that are focused on COVID. So we are still working with DBS to see whether it's something that we can do towards the end of this year. Yeah, so do bear with us and also bear with our partners at DBS. Once their API is out, we will definitely be able to integrate directly with them. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess the answer will be TBC, to be confirmed, or coming soon.
Yeah, right. Correct. So for now, you still need to download the bank file and upload to DBS Ideal. Yeah.
Great. So I think the next one came from Anonymous, and there's Susie as well. He actually typed into the chat group. Can Talenox be integrated to our ERP system? After 1 month free trial, are we still able to use the app for free?
Yeah, so for Talenox, we have an API documentation. So you can actually go to, once you sign in an account, you can go to the top, there's an API settings. From there, you can actually grab the documentation, or you can easily Google Talenox API. Immediately, you'll be able to find our API doc. Over there, you can just pass it to your ERP system. Then after that, you get them to integrate directly to Talenox. So it really depends on how you want to do your integration. We have multiple public integrations that are available with like workforce management system and accounting platforms, and also human capital management system. But we also have a lot of users who are integrating their ERP directly to us. Yeah, so as long as you pass the API document over, they will be able to process it. As on how to use, whether you can use the app for free. Yes, you can use the app for free. That's for the free plan. So the free plan is more limited in the sense where you still can process your payroll, you still can onboard your employees, but the last mile, which is like the integrations, like exporting a bank file, CPF file, and also submission of, I would say, like more advanced taxation items, not IRA, because IRA is available on free, and also the Leave app, those are only available on the Suite plan. Yeah, so if you feel that the free plan is good enough for you, you can use it. But if you need the integration to your ERP system, you still need to use the Suite plan. Yeah, because only the paid plans will have the integrations capability available.
Well, sorry if I missed the point, as the video was quite fast. Oh, sorry about that. What are ad hoc staff claims? Example, hand-form bills. Can staff submit claims and the Talenox, upon approval of the claims process, auto-pay staff as part of payroll?
Okay, so Talenox, we don't focus on claims, but we're actually looking at a couple of claim software out there to integrate with. Initially, we wanted to work with Receipt Bank, but there isn't really an API. So we are waiting for guys like Zero Claims to come out with their API, where we will definitely integrate to. If you know of any claim software that you feel that is really good, we'll be more than open to integrate with them as long as the API is available. So in the meantime, what users do is that if they have their claims separately on our platform, they will just download a report from there and use our import function to import all the claims in. Yeah. Okay. To process payroll. Yeah.
Right. Moving on. Jonathan, does Talenox support multi-currency payroll?
Okay. So I will say that Talenox we don't support multi-currency payroll. You can display multi-currency, but then there are multiple reports that won't be accurate. So this is something that we are working on now, currently. Luckily now, this is something that demand has grown so much that we have to work on it. And hopefully you'll start to see us able to support multi-currency towards the end of this year. Yeah. And we want to do something even more than multi-currency payroll, but we will release more details after that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, something to look forward to. Okay, maybe this is some feedback for you. There's one from the chat group, Cindy. Sorry, I saw the zero fee for small setup. I'm currently paying $25. Just wonder why is it so? Leave app, can employee use it to apply leave, or is it manually updated by the HR?
Oh, okay. So I think most likely for this current user is that he or she is actually on a single app plan. So this is actually not updated on our pricing page, but in our knowledge center you can find it. So our single app plan is actually the payroll app with all the integrations. So like integrations to the banks, to CPF, and so on. If you feel that you don't need the integrations, you can actually downgrade it to the free plan. But if you feel that you need the integrations and also the leave app, because you're talking about managing of leave, then you will need to upgrade to the Suite plan where you can do it over at the billing page. If you need any help in terms of upgrading to get the Leave app, you can always reach out to our through our in-app support channel on the bottom right. Yeah.
Okay. There's one. I'm not sure the feedback or anything by Andre Morni. It says Expensify. I'm not sure whether it says it's expensive or he wants you to expensify it. It means to make it more expensive. Maybe
Expensify.
Oh, okay.
Expensify is a claims platform.
Oh.
Andre, he's one of our partner. Yeah. So if you feel that Expensify is really, really good, we can have a chat over that. Yeah. So there are other platforms like Receipt Bank, Expensify, and Data Molino. We are still looking around. For those that have like good APIs, the only problem with Expensify, feedback from users that it's quite expensive. Yeah, so we are still looking around for a few claims platform to prioritize which one to integrate with.
Yeah. Any other options other than credit card payment? Example, PayNow. What if the organization doesn't have a company credit card?
Okay, so for now, it's only credit and debit card. But if you would want an alternative payment method, you can reach out to our support team. We can offer you like annual payments through like bank transfer. Yeah, so that can be arranged through a separate method. Yeah.
Guy, which technologies or platforms are you using in Lo and Behold for scheduling, leave management, and payroll computation?
So like currently right now, it is using some I think really like old school system that I can't even remember. TimeSoft. Okay. Oops. So like you have just like named the old school the old school, and I don't know it's TimeSoft lah. I just know it's old school lah. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Then so now what we're trying to do is move towards a more cloud-based, a more forward-looking payroll / leave management scheduling software. So in terms of payroll, we're looking at we've narrowed down to Talenox actually. Have not signed on yet, but very likely. In terms of like say scheduling, rostering, we actually narrowed down to both Deputy and Rubler. Deputy that now currently directly integrates with Talenox, which is a benefit. Rubler has a bit more features, but doesn't integrate directly with Talenox now. Hopefully, like that happens soon. So, because we actually are likely to go ahead with Rubler actually. So Rubler as a scheduling and rostering software. So if it ties directly to payroll, it would be like, wow, like make the life of the HR person like awesome. Yeah. So that's where we are at in terms of software.
Okay, great. Now let me get back my attention back to Gordon. How are temps or interns managed in Talenox where they are very transient?
So it really depends on how your temps or interns are paid, like whether they are paid like monthly or hourly, daily kind. Yeah. So if it's monthly, payment is actually quite straightforward. You just need to key in your temps or interns information. Then after that, there's this portion where you keep track of your job history, the job details. So whenever your temps or interns come back to the company, you can just update that portion. If there's any changes in the salaries, you can just update that portion. But if you're talking about like hourly, daily, based on hourly and daily attendance, you can actually use one of the workforce management system that are integrated with us or we have integrated to, like Deputy, Staff Any, and King of Time. Just now, Rifeng was talking about Robler. Good news, Robler they already started integration with us, so we are already talking to their tech team. Yeah, so this is definitely a company that we will work quite closely with because quite a number of the companies are actually using both Talenox and Robler. Yeah, so in short, that's how it's being managed. And by default, based on definition, usually for the interns, for the statutory calculations, they are not included unless it's a special case. So it depends on how you want to choose the immigration status also. Yeah.
Okay, great. Actually, I do have some more technical questions, but I think I'll save the questions. Irene Siling, I will send it over to perhaps Gordon. I'll get them to message you directly because I think I'll find this left. And then usually we always end off with so what any parting advice. But I think I've actually got one last question for both of you guys. Thought it'd be good for both of you to actually share. So also for the viewers as well. I think nowadays the government is actually pushing for a lot of up training, we're pushing a lot of technology adoption, working from home, so on and so forth. So I mean, and also I mean the topic of this technology Thursdays are what big companies do differently. So do you think there is actually a marriage between people and technology? Maybe we could start with Rifeng first.
Yeah, which is, oh, this is actually an awesome question, because like cabin wise, I think like if I look back at cabin, right? Cabin, I think we almost distilled our mission down to a very simple one-liner where it says we provide exceptional back office services by combining, oh no, powered by actually technology and thoughtful humans. So like this, like that one line of mission itself almost encapsulate this part of like why at the core of it, right? Like I personally believe, and also as a result, like is one of our mission of like Kevin is that people and technology will has to work hand in hand in this case lah. Like I do feel that there are things that technology does better, like a lot of computation, repetitive work. Some things people do better. So over like some of the more like nuances, people do a lot better. So if we lean too much onto either direction, you wouldn't get like the most ideal efficient outcome lah. So I personally believe that both have to come together. Like the human creates a thoughtful part of it. Technology provides the efficiency and also structure. Yeah.
Great, thanks. Gordon?
Yeah.
I try not to be too biased because I'm running a tech company. Yeah. So I think we have come to a stage in life where it's almost impossible for everyone to live without technology, especially for the younger generation, I would say. Yeah, so I think by default, we are also used to it, but we also have to bear in mind that when we implement technology, we cannot forget about the human aspects of things. In Talenox, we always believe that whatever we are doing is not to replace the job of any of our users, but it is really to let them spend less time in the mundane chores, in doing like all the manual work that just now Rifeng was referring to when he was using Excel, CPF calculator, and so on. But to focus on more on the higher value matters, like for HR or for any of the founders, rather than focus on like talent management, focus on building the right culture, focus on spending their time to recruit the right teammates, so as to build the right team to lead the company to the next stage. So that's always our thinking on our side. And even for myself, I always feel that you shouldn't forget about the human aspects of things, even no matter how much tech adoption you have, because I don't think tech can fully replace like human interactions. Yeah, I think that would be very tough, even when AI become very prevalent. Yeah.